What is the point of salvation? What is the point of the gospel? Why did Christ come? Why did he die? Why did he raise again? What's the point? And a lot of us will be tempted to say, oh, heaven is the point. Christ came so that we could go to heaven. I mean, heaven is mentioned a lot in the New Testament. Jesus mentions heaven. The disciples mentions heaven. It goes with our inclination to want heaven as humans, a place of no suffering, no death, no tears. But I have to tell you that's not the end goal of the gospel. A lot of us will be inclined to say it's eternal life, to never die. That goes pretty good with what we want as humans, to never die. It's mentioned a lot. Jesus says it's a reward, actually, of accepting Christ. So a lot of us will say eternal life is the end goal of the gospel, that is why Christ came. But that's not why Christ came. That is not the end goal of the gospel. A lot of us will say joy and peace and happiness. That's the end goal of the gospel. That's the point of the gospel. How many of us have heard of people, or personally heard someone say, if you want joy, if you want peace, if you want happiness, come to Christ. He can give you those things. Well, that's true. Joy and peace and happiness is not the end goal of the gospel. It's not the point. And finally, probably the hardest one is forgiveness. Some say that the end goal of the gospel and the end goal of Christ dying is our forgiveness. And that's not the end goal of the gospel. All of these things that I've described